morning. It's Wellness Wednesday mornings with Luann and Tim. Thanks so much to Casey's Security for sponsoring the show, and thank you for hanging out with us today. We appreciate it. How are you?
We're halfway there.
We're halfway there. It's hump day already.
Hump day, almost bumps like Thursday, then almost Friday, and then it's the weekend.
Then it's the wonderful weekend.
I'm very well, thank you.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Yes, rehearsal's going well?
Oh, yes.
Right on.
We had a good night last night with the leads, the Addams family. And I can't believe we're almost finished doing the opening number, which is a big deal considering we've only started rehearsals like a week and a half ago.
That's crazy.
They're quick learners, these people.
Yes, and very talented, obviously.
Great cast. Today is Answer Your Cat's Questions Day. I know. So I don't know who makes these things up, I swear, but these are real things. They're like it's a national day. Answer Your Cat's Questions. Now, in my research for Answer Your Cat's Questions Day, I don't know this. I don't believe this. It says that meowing is. I'm gonna have to ask.
Your cat?
No, I don't have a cat. I'm gonna have to ask Laura from the Humane Society about this on Friday. It says meowing is a language developed exclusively for humans. And different meows mean different things.
Oh, come on. Of course, different meows mean different things. It's like when a baby cries, you know the different cries or something, but who interviewed the cat? Who knows that for sure?
That's the other thing. When they talk about dogs not knowing about... I've heard that dogs don't really comprehend time. They know that you're gone. Like if you leave the house...
I've heard that too.
The dog knows you're gone. You could be gone for 3 minutes or 3 months. To the dog, it's just, you're gone. That's all they know. And they don't understand. So I don't know about any...
I'm thinking they got to get hungry.
But I'm thinking, but don't they also... How do you know that the dog knows that?
Right?
Who reads these dogs' minds? Anyway, today's the day to answer your cat's question. So talk to your cat.
You know...
I'd like to ask a cat a question or two. Like, what's in the other room that is suddenly so important that you have to go there and see it? You know, a cat can just be sitting there and then go, boom, and it runs to a different room, and then you go in there and it's just sitting there like... I just had to come in here to check things out.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah, cats are crazy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I know they're very independent.
Or they'll just sit there and look at you and suddenly go, wah, and they'll jump at you.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I know. Just for no reason. It's like, what happened to my face that made you want to do that to me? Cats
you know what? The
strange
promo,
creatures.
I didn't see the movie Cats, but the
Neither have I
promo
either.
for it makes me feel like because they're writhing around and they're sort of climbing over each other, it's like rats. It's like, it's gross. It just,
Rats
they're
and
sneaky
cats and
and they're...
elephants, as sure as you're born.
Yuck.
Okay.
I don't know. I know it's wrong. I know, but I just feel that way. I can't help
you
it.
don't like-
You know what I did last night?
What'd you do?
Me, by myself, put a screensaver on my new cell phone.
I don't even know how to do that.
I know. So I ordered it from Amazon like a big girl, and then my heart was palpitating. I was just like, okay, I can do this. I can do it. Seriously, it's a film that sticks to your phone to protect it. That's all it is. But then I'm so anal, I was thinking, I got to do this right because I don't want a bubble.
God forbid you have a bubble.
You can't have a bubble. The bubble will always, your eye will always find the bubble, right? So, got to flip it this way and pull out the thing, and then you got to flip the top down and pull out, and you know, and then all the, and you got a little
complicated.
It sounds very like pull tab 1 and pull tab 2, 3, 4. There's 4 tabs on this thing.
4 tabs?
4 tabs.
Well, I think that's unreasonable.
But I did it.
Good for you.
Thank you.
I shouldn't make fun because I don't know how to do it. Keith always does those things for me.
Really?
I'm not even allowed to try.
Well, my son's not around to help, so you know what? I had to do it myself. He'd be very proud of me, I'm sure.
This morning I was almost late for work because I couldn't find my cell phone.
Uh-oh.
Because...
You're having issues with your phone.
I
lost it in Cuba.
We finally got it synced up to my Apple Watch that Keith bought me for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
I don't know how this works either. There's a man running and apparently I'm supposed to be walking right now.
Oh, yeah, you're supposed to.
And once in a while it tells me to breathe. It's like, I need my phone, I need my watch to tell me to breathe. I don't know. It reminds you to breathe every once in a while. It's like, breathe. I'm like, I think I am. Anyway, but I use my phone for my white noise. Sorry, my wrist hurts. White noise at night. I play white noise to fall asleep.
Yes.
And so usually I have it up like headboardish kind of thing. And I have one of these headboards that's like got like leather pillows and stuff. Anyway, so the phone disappeared.
Is it red?
Yes.
Your bed?
Red leather.
Shut up, is it?
Absolutely. That's so weird that you knew that. So anyway, the phone this morning, I was nowhere to be found. And of course, normally I would use my phone to turn on the light to look for my phone, but the phone was what was missing. So then I started looking at my iPad. Like, does my iPad have a flashlight? Do iPads have flashlights? Audrey says I could not locate where the flashlight is on an iPad.
I have one too, and I didn't realize that.
So there I am. It's first thing in the morning, and I'm on my hands and knees searching, looking, moving all the dogs were freaking out because I'm like taking all the blankets.
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah.
Yeah, it was just...
And you found it.
Yeah, it was hanging from its cord where it was plugged into, just over the... I found it, but don't you hate when that happens in the morning? You get up and you think, okay, I'm all ready to go. Where's my phone? No, okay, no, seriously, where's my phone? And then you want to call your phone, but I don't have a landline anymore, so I couldn't call my phone.
That's funny. I never sleep with
Noise.
my cell phone in my room.
In your room? Oh,
No.
Well, you can make it so that you don't get notifications after a certain hour at night, so it won't ding or ring or do anything.
Yeah, but I don't need it.
Oh, well, I use it for my alarm clock, too.
Oh, see, I have an old-fashioned alarm clock.
That doesn't work for me, because if the power goes out, I don't wake up.
Mine's battery backed up.
She's
what?
You got an answer for... You know, it's answer your co-host question station. An answer for everything. Okay, hey, you're going to love this.
Oh.
You love the Royals?
I do.
This is going to be so much fun. This guy, Gary Janetti, he's behind Family Guy. He's one of the producers of the Family Guy. Mm-hmm. He's coming up with a new animated series. It's called The Prince. It's based on the royal family.
Really?
Luann, can you look at the picture? Look at them all.
Look
at them all. Look at Charles and Camilla. Look at the Queen. Look at Philip.
I can't see the Queen.
The
Where's
Queen
her head?
way down between her boobs.
Yeah, right.
She doesn't have a neck anymore because she's 93.
Yeah, God bless her. She's
Isn't that funny? So listen, here's the scoop.
That's crazy.
It's in the works. It's going to be on HBO Max, produced by 20th Century Fox. Listen to who's involved in this thing. Tom Hollander, the guy that played Spider-Man that I thought was such a cute little actor. He's going to play the voice of Prince Philip and Prince Charles. This guy, Iwan Ryan, he's somebody new. I've heard his name, Iwan, I-W-A-N. He's playing Prince William. Mm-hmm. Condola Rashad is playing Meghan Markle. Lucy Punch is playing Kate Middleton. And the guy, the creator, Gary Janetti, is going to be the voice of 6-year-old Prince George, who spills the royal tea in every episode.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, that could be so funny.
I think it could be hilarious.
I wonder if Meghan and Buddy there, Harry, are going to sue them.
Sue them.
Well, yeah, because they've already warned a paparazzi association here in Canada already.
Well, this went into production or whatever before. What do they call Megxit?
Megxit, yeah.
With
Harry and Meghan.
Yeah, so they're saying they're probably going to have to go back and revisit and maybe incorporate or tweak or whatever to bring it up to date. But I think that's going to be funny.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
I wonder how much...
The Prince.
But I wonder how much clout the family actually has on something like that in another country.
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? I wonder if they can stop it.
I don't know.
I wonder.
Because it's real people
Ask your
that they're
cat.
talking about. Ask your cat. There you go. It has all the answers. Another very interesting project in the works. Do you mind if I go on?
No, go ahead.
The composer, conductor, Leonard Bernstein. Does that name ring a bell? Mm-hmm. West Side Story, Peter Pan, Candide, Wonderful Town, On the Town, the score for On the Waterfront, Leonard Bernstein's Mass. He was also the conductor, I believe, of the New York Philharmonic. Anyway, quite an interesting life, as you can imagine. Bradley Cooper... Mm-hmm. for Netflix is producing a biopic on the life of Leonard Bernstein. There he is later in life.
Really?
Listen to this, heavy hitters. Co-produced by Martin Scorsese, Joker director Todd Phillips, and Steven Spielberg.
My goodness.
It will explore the 30-year marriage between Leonard and his wife. They had 3 kids together, but Leonard was bisexual. And so the story will also talk about his infidelity with same-sex affairs.
Right.
Before and after the marriage. They got the estate of Leonard Bernstein, gave him the rights and worked with him, and he sat down for 2 years. He's been working with Leonard Bernstein's children, Jamie, Alexandra, and Nina, to create this thing, and Bradley Cooper will play Leonard Bernstein.
No way.
I'm excited.
That's awesome. Bradley Cooper can do anything he wants to do, and I'll watch. Except interview his cat.
Okay.
Don't interview your cat, Bradley.
Bradley, leave
Seriously.
the cat out of it. What do you want to tell me?
The Property Brothers, you know, the Canadian
Right.
twins?
Yeah.
Scott and Jonathan.
Right.
Well, Jonathan is, no, not Scott. Sorry, Jonathan Scott. The family name is Scott.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Jonathan talks about his incredible love with Zooey Deschanel. She's an actress.
Yeah.
And they met at Carpool Karaoke, the series.
There's the brothers right there.
Yeah. So one's married, and Jonathan is
Single?
so in love with Zooey Deschanel. They were on this Carpool Karaoke, the series, so it's kind of a launch from James Corden's Carpool Karaoke.
Oh, there's an actual
David.
series now?
Yeah.
Is James Corden part of it?
I don't know.
Okay.
So
I'll have to
it
ask
says,
my cat.
yeah, ask the cat. So Jonathan talked in this interview about how much he loves Zooey, and he's never felt this much love before. And they asked him about marriage, of course, and he said, "Oh, we're just enjoying ourselves right now and stuff." And they said the producers of this karaoke series had to cut some of the footage out of it because the two brothers and Zooey Deschanel and her sister did karaoke together in a car, and he was flirting so badly with Zooey that they had to cut some of it out. And he said, I thought it was her. I thought she was really all flirty and stuff. And everybody goes, no, are you crazy? You were so flirty.
you.
And then he saw it. He was like, oh my gosh, I was so flirty.
So glad they cut it.
Yeah, so they cut some of it out. But he said, I'm much smoother in my head than I am in real life.
Which I think he was the one that was on Dancing with the Stars. I remember the woman who was married is. I think it was Jonathan.
Yeah.
Anyway, Zooey Deschanel listed her home recently for sale, so he should help her with that. There's pictures of the interior.
Yeah, I
You
bet
should-
it's awesome.
Kitchen. Wow. Okay, it is Wellness Wednesday. It's also, this day was called Weedless Wednesday for a number of years. They don't so much call it, I mean, it's still considered Weedless Wednesday, but now I guess because cannabis is legal. Hello, puberty. People think it's confusing. Weedless.
Yeah.
Weedless still means tobacco-less Wednesday. This was a day that was sort of developed to try to encourage people to just give up smoking for one day, and if you could do it, maybe encourage you to continue to quitting.
Right.
I mean, to continue quitting. So, anyway, this is Weedless Wednesday as far as I'm concerned. Algoma Public Health doesn't call it that, but they're always happy to talk about how to quit smoking.
Especially after maybe your New Year's resolution.
So I brought my friend Karen Huey from Algoma Public Health. She's a public health nurse, and she's one of their smoking cessation counselors. And so she's going to be on we pre-recorded the interview, so that's today for part of Wellness Wednesday. And then, guess who's here? It's Michelle Cicchini from the Station Mall. And I think Rory's here as well from Chamber of Commerce because they're sponsoring a health and wellness expo being held at the mall this weekend. So that's coming up on the show today. And of course, all the news that's important to youths from Luann on Mornings with Luann and Tim. We will be right back.
It's hunting season, so this is probably pretty stupid, right? Actually, hunting accidents kill somewhere around 2 people a year in Ontario. Smoking kills 16,000 a year. So, what's really stupid?
Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim. I'm joined now by my friend Karen Hui. Good morning, Karen.
Good morning.
Karen is a nurse from Algoma Public Health. You're specializing in tobacco cessation. That's one of your areas.
Yes.
Of specialization.
Yes.
On this date in the olden days, I remember we used to call this Weedless Wednesday. Now with cannabis, who knows what weedless means anymore? But we're sticking with the traditional Weedless Wednesday, meaning quitting smoking. Try not to smoke for a full day. That was the whole, I think, intention behind the original Weedless Wednesday, was try to go one day without smoking to encourage people to at least try to quit.
Right.
What do you think it is that makes people afraid to try to quit, Karen?
I think sometimes failure, the thought that they might fail at their first attempt, but it's not uncommon to have a slip or relapse or take multiple attempts to quit smoking. So.
Right. You don't want to discourage anybody from trying or make them assume they're going to quit right off the bat, because sometimes it takes first time.
Right. Sometimes it only takes one time to quit, and
I told you, for me, it took two. It was years apart. I tried to quit university when. I did quit university for a little while, but then exams came along and stress. I began to smoke again because of the stress. And then for many years, I didn't even attempt it because I was just one of those people who said, I like to smoke. I don't want to quit smoking. So there. And no matter what anybody said to me, I didn't listen. And I told you also, back in the day when people would have house parties and stuff, even before it was, now it's very common to go to somebody's house and they say, I don't allow smoking in my house, right? That's quite common. Yeah. When I was younger, though, usually there were still a lot of smokers around. It was uncommon to go to someone's house and have them say, we are a non-smoking household. If somebody had a party and they didn't allow smoking, I wouldn't go. I was that adamant of a smoker. It's hard to believe now, because now I can't stand the smell of cigarette smoke, and the thought of it freaks me out. But like I said, I was 2 attempts and I was done. Yeah. Some people can take like 20, 30.
Yeah, it can take up to 30.
Or just keep on going.
That's right.
So is the expression, don't quit quitting.
Yes, exactly. Don't quit quitting. Keep trying. Yeah.
What about when it comes to getting assistance in quitting? Because sometimes it's a hard thing to do alone.
Yes.
How does Algoma Public Health play a role in that, in assisting people in trying to quit?
Yeah, so we do have services available in, we have a tobacco cessation clinic, but generally if anybody's interested in quitting smoking, if they just call Algoma Public Health, they could speak with one of the cessation nurses, and we would just kind of explore what it is that they're looking to do. We have services available, but there are also services available throughout the community, and some family health teams do offer that for their own patients. So we would just kind of work with the client to see what they're looking for and where they might be best suited in the community. So you mean it might be with us.
Somebody can actually call you and they'll talk to how many do you have? Like a half a dozen nurses right now in smoking cessation?
We have about 5 or 6. Yeah.
So the first thing would be just a conversation over the phone.
Yeah,
you don't have to go in.
No,
to
that's
APH, which by the way is at 294 Willow Avenue. Yeah. You can just call on the phone and you'll get an idea of what the person's looking for, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Whether it's I smoke a lot and I want to reduce, or because sometimes people just want to reduce the amount.
That's right. Some people are just looking to reduce. Some people are looking to reduce to quit. Some people want to quit cold turkey, or they're interested in medications. That's
the other thing too, is you guys have full knowledge about the different quit techniques, like the patch and medication, and what else is there these days? There's a patch.
There are medications. Medications we don't.
There's a gum. Is there a gum still?
Yeah, we have the nicotine replacement products at the health unit. We don't have the medications. That would be by prescription from their healthcare provider.
Right.
But there is the patch, the gum, lozenge, inhaler, and a spray.
And a spray. But you can talk them through all those things too and discuss the different effects that those things have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you really want to personalize it, right?
Absolutely. And that's what the nurse on the phone would do, is just kind of get an idea what the individual's looking for and what best would meet their needs.
Do you ever talk about the challenges, about like environmental challenges? For instance, what if one spouse wants to quit and another one's not ready to quit? Do you guys talk about that and how to get around that? Or
it's tricky. It can be difficult, but it's really important for clients to understand, why they want to quit smoking, and then addressing some things that might be triggers or
triggers are huge.
Smoke. And plan ahead for how you're going to manage that, because, like for instance, stress, or if your spouse is a smoker, they may not be ready to quit, so you have to find a way to manage not smoking while they continue to smoke.
Triggers, that's interesting too, because let's face it, I mean, tobacco, nicotine, addiction. Nicotine is, if I'm not mistaken, from my research, one of the most addictive things, like right up there with heroin. Am I right?
Yeah, it's very addictive. Yes,
super addictive. So when you're approaching quitting, you really need to approach it. Some people don't like the term addict. That freaked them out a little bit, right? But you really are addicted to the nicotine.
Yes.
And so that's why you've got to strategize and really have that kind of a plan.
Absolutely, have a plan.
Have a plan.
Yeah.
The other thing too is, I think I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've been told that after a certain number of days, and I think it's around 7, the nicotine, without smoking, the nicotine will eventually leave your system.
Yes.
So that it's no longer so much a chemical addiction, but an habitual one.
Yeah, there's always both. I always talk to clients about that too. It's not just the addiction to nicotine. There's all the habits and lifestyle that have been built around the smoking, and so sometimes your lifestyle alone can trigger you to want to have a cigarette, even if you're without the nicotine after so many days.
For some people, it's a cup of coffee. Oh, I can't have a coffee without a cigarette in the morning. For some people, in the evening, it's a cocktail. I can't, to have a glass of wine and not have a cigarette, whatever.
Yeah.
For some people, it might be you use nicotine or a cigarette as a reward. I talked to you about that when I was a waiter.
Yeah.
Very fast-paced, and you'd look forward to those moments when you'd have a break in your tables where you could dash outside and get a good cigarette in, and that was kind of like a reward. But smoking doesn't really relax you.
No.
That's the other thing, is it isn't a relaxing thing. Maybe because you're breathing, it makes you think you're relaxing, but the drugs and stuff.
That's right.
It's what do you call that? It's
stimulant.
It's a stimulant, which isn't always good either.
Yeah.
So I had to learn how not to reward myself in other ways. Reward yourself in other ways rather than smoking.
That's right.
The other trick I said was, you said there's 4 Ds.
Yeah. So
what are the 4 Ds? I have a 5th D, but you go on with your 4 Ds.
We talk to clients about using the 4 Ds. So distraction, keeping yourself busy is key when you're quitting smoking. Keeping your hands busy, your mind busy, and your mouth busy. So
you ever get those Fitbit things?
Yeah. Well, we have stress balls and little bendy sticks to help people.
It's amazing. People don't realize. All of a sudden you're like, normally I would be having this with my hand, and now you don't. So what are you going to do instead?
Yeah, okay. That's right. What are you going to do instead?
Distraction.
Distraction, delay. So just delaying that. Just if you're having a craving and just saying, no, okay, I'm going to wait 10 minutes or wait 15 minutes.
I'm going to push it off.
That's right.
Because eventually the craving goes away, usually in about 10 or so minutes. If you can push it off for that long, you can get to the next. Hey, that's another thing you do, isn't it? You do monitoring. Do you get people to actually journal almost when they want to smoke and what triggers them so they can identify it?
Yeah, we talk to clients about tracking their daily cigarettes, and then they can also track how strong their craving was at that time.
You can identify how long that is. So it's like, I need a 10-minute delay or whatever.
Yeah.
You realize you can start to time it.
Yeah, right? And you can do that ahead of time too, even before you've quit smoking, even if you're just looking to reduce or just keeping track before you've quit, so you can see over the course of a few days or a week where those key times of the day are going to be a little bit more harder as far as staying smoke-free.
What's the 3rd D?
Deep breathing.
Okay.
So to help to manage the craving, just doing some deep breathing.
That's good for anybody anyway.
Yeah,
Deep breathing is a great stress reducer.
Yes.
Just take a moment and just find out where you are, center yourself, right?
Yeah.
Get your head clear.
That's right.
What's our 4th D?
And drink water.
How does that help?
You know what? That's a good question.
It just seems to.
It does help, though. Having a big glass of water seems to help with the craving.
I'll give you my 5th D.
Yes.
My 5th D when I was quitting was dairy. Because for me, smoking and dairy products never went together. I could never imagine a glass of milk and a cigarette. That just grossed me out. Or ice cream and a cigarette, like yogurt. So what I did was, on those little 10-minute breaks when I was waitering and I was trying to quit, but I was back to my old routine of normally right now I'd have a cigarette, I got 10 minutes, what I'm going to do? I'd have a glass of milk, I'd have a little bit of yogurt, have a little dish of ice cream, and those milk, yogurt, ice cream, they're not hugely fattening. I know, it's not like I was chowing down. It's just enough to get that texture in my mouth that I wouldn't want a cigarette.
Yeah, it's a good deterrent
just a little Tim tip. But once again, that was me personalizing my quit strategy.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you need to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if I want to get a hold of you guys at Algoma Public Health to say I'd like to talk to a cessation counselor, or I'd like to actually get on the waiting list to get an appointment for a clinic.
Yes.
What do I call?
So the number is 705-942-4646. And just ask to speak with a nurse about quitting smoking.
Quitting smoking. And there you go.
Yeah.
And you're in.
Yeah.
Phone conversation first, easy peasy. Plus, also, you do referrals. You have community partners.
There are a lot of agencies throughout the community, throughout Algoma.
So you
that
can help
offer.
recommend places
Yeah.
as well that people can get other supports.
That's right. Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah. Might be online, might be telephone support, could be through your family doctor or
Family doctors are great.
pharmacist.
I don't think people pay enough attention to the fact that family doctors know a lot about quitting smoking,
right.
and they can help too.
Yeah.
All right. Karen Huey, is it ever nice to see you again?
It's good to see you.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
A pleasure. We're going to try to get somebody else from Algoma Public Health next month to talk about some other stuff too. But in the meantime, if you're interested in learning about quitting smoking, if you want to make a quit attempt and you think you need some help, there she is right there, Karen Huey. And there's a whole bunch more just like her at Algoma Public Health. We'll be right back after this on Mornings with Lou Ann and Tim.
Angelo, it's me, Vito. Imbecile, your brother. Listen, you bring 10 gallons of flat eggshell or white paint.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
If you're struggling with thoughts of suicide, there is hope and there is help. You matter. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The calls are free and confidential. Call 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. You are not alone.
Okay, so I've been corrected by a cat. Actually, no. Tom Holland was Spider-Man. Tom Hollander is a different actor who will voice Prince Charles and Prince Philip in The Prince. Also, coming up on the show for Wellness Wednesday, it's not Roy Ring and Michelle Cicchini. It's Michelle Cicchini from the Station Mall and Lou Derer from Healthy Sue.
Okay, we're out of time. Thanks very much. We'll see
I
you
just
right
spend
after
the whole
this.
show correcting myself.
You know what? It's all good.
Thank you.
You know, Selena Gomez is thanking her fans. She went on Twitter and she said, "Thank you so much for your support." She hit #1 on the Billboard 200 for her album Rare.
Oh.
Her 3rd consecutive #1 album.
Good. Wow.
I know. She's 4.
Is she the one who used to go with Justin Bieber?
Yes.
Okay.
And she had mental health issues.
And now she's
yes.
doing great, obviously.
Isn't she?
What a
Yeah.
career.
Yeah, good for her. She's apparently just lovely, and she's Taylor Swift's best friend.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're
Selena
besties.
Gomez.
BFFs.
Pearl Jam. Haven't heard from them in a while.
Right.
Their last album was 2013. It's called Lightning Bolt. Now, guess what? They have a new album coming out. It's their first release since Lightning Bolt. It's called Gigaton, set to be released on March 27th. There is a single, though, that's already been dropped. The single is called Dance of the Clairvoyants. You and I gave it a listen.
Awesome.
Yeah, you know what? Very David Bowie-ish.
Yes, you said that.
I said that right away, and then I started to do a little research, and indeed, they are being, it is being sort of David Bowie, Peter Gabriel influence.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Good, solid song.
yeah, if you're a fan of Pearl Jam, they're back.
Pearl Jam, right? It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Totally. Zayn Malik, sweetest guy in the world, donated.
Who's Zayn Malik?
He's a singer.
Okay.
He donated $17,000 in a bid to help a young girl who's 5 years old. She's battling cancer. And he saw her mother's GoFundMe page and donated $17,000.
Childhood cancer. I think February is either the first week or something. Somewhere is Childhood Cancer Day.
Right?
There's a.
I can't. You know what? Cancer is horrid, but when you see children, it just I don't understand it.
Yeah.
You know, it's so hard to deal with that kind
You
of
were the one who told me about Champagne Gate from The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Well, the saga continues. Hannah Ann has confessed to being the one who stole the champagne. I don't know if that had been out there before, but anyway, this named Hannah Ann. So Hannah Ann and Kelsey is the one who had the champagne. The thing happened. Kelsey's still crying. I guess she's still crying about the champagne. She's crying over the spilled champagne still. People are getting a little fed up with it.
Spilled champagne or the stolen?
And she also got it up the nose.
Yes.
So she's crying about the champagne on the episode apparently, and then people are saying like, get over it. And then she's like, I don't even like champagne. Meanwhile, Hannah Ann has called it the champagne finasco.
Finasco?
She meant to say fiasco, but she said finasco.
Brilliant.
Okay, if I were the Bachelor and there was a contestant who said finasco instead of fiasco, I would hit her with the rose, prick her with the thorn, and tell her to get the hell off the set. Finasco.
Finasco.
Go away.
It's just a big finasco.
Wait a minute, the news is next.
The news is next, so please stay tuned because we have the news coming up next.
I hope it's not a finasco.
With Luann and Tim, me too.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
The Ontario Lottery and Gaming Corporation has issued a third quarter non-tax gaming revenue payment of almost $359,000 to the city of Sault Ste. Marie for hosting gateway casinos. Since May 1999, the city has received more than $31 million. These payments are made under an equitable formula in the municipality contribution agreement that determines the funds municipalities receive for hosting a gaming facility, and they're based on a graduated scale of gaming revenue that is consistent across all sites in Ontario. OLG provides the Ontario government with its largest source of non-tax revenue from government business enterprises. In 2018-19, that was $2.47 billion. New Democrat MPs will gather in Ottawa today for a 2-day planning session to prepare for the reopening of the House of Commons next week. Party whip Rachel Blaney says the party will discuss how to operate within the current minority parliament, aiming to get the Liberals to deliver NDP priorities like pharmacare and publicly funded dental care. Despite this interest in collaboration, NDP leader Jagmeet Singh is signaling the Trudeau government won't get an easy pass from his party on Canada's new free trade pact with the U.S. and Mexico. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said yesterday that steps to ratify the new NAFTA, including legislation, will be among the first orders of business when Parliament employment resumes and that passing them will be a priority. But Singh says the deal was negotiated in a behind closed doors, take it or leave it way, and that his caucus will discuss whether to support it. Former Quebec Premier Jean Charest's decision to bow out of the Conservative leadership race is a turning point in a contest expected to heat up throughout the week as the party prepares for the return of the House of Commons. Charest was a high-profile potential contender, and his announcement yesterday that he won't seek leadership of the party changes the playing field for those seeking to run and those mulling which candidate to support. Charest had been reaching out to MPs and testing the waters for a leadership attempt since current leader Andrew Scheer announced his intention to resign last December. But then late last week, previously sealed police warrants were released, reviving allegations of illegal fundraising in the Quebec Liberal Party during Charest's tenure as leader. Charest has not been charged, but his name surfaces in the documents. Through his lawyer, he has denied any knowledge of illegal donations.
I met with families and friends who were here grieving. They told me about their loved ones, about trying to make sense of the senseless. There are no words for their pain, but they do not have to carry this grief alone. Across the country, Canadians are standing with them.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says Canada is insisting Iran respect the wishes of families when it comes to burying those who died when a passenger jet was shot down outside Tehran. Foreign Affairs Minister François-Philippe Champagne says a number of victims have already had their remains buried in Iran. All 176 people on board the Ukraine International Airlines flight PS 752 were killed when it crashed outside Tehran earlier this month after being hit by 2 Iranian surface-to-air missiles.
We have been calling upon Iran to release the black boxes to a reliable third country that has the technological and personnel, technological capacity and the personnel to properly analyze those boxes. There has been broad consensus in the international community that France would be the right place to send those boxes, but we continue to pressure Iran to do just that. It is a challenge that Iran does not recognize double citizenship, but the focus that we've had on supporting the families has been to ensure that the families' wishes are respected in regards to burials, in regards to next steps.
Canada's Chief Public Health Officer says Canadians are at low risk of contracting a new coronavirus that originated in China. In Winnipeg yesterday, Health Minister Patty Hajdu spoke about the outbreak after the federal cabinet meeting.
There were 3 suspected cases. All of them tested negative. Look, it's too early to speculate in terms of what might or might not happen because right now the situation is evolving. But I will reassure Canadians that we have a fantastic public health care system that includes the Canadian Public Health Agency that is extremely prepared to take additional steps should additional steps be required.
A message from the Government of Canada.
At Fit Bodies, Fit Minds, we want everyone to build a life that they love, and we teach you how to get the results you want in your mind and your body. Introducing our new small group classes to provide you with a happy and healthier life. Our small group classes are limited to 6 people to provide more personal coaching, while having the supportive group environment. Classes are 10 weeks, and each week you will receive fitness and nutritional guidance that are tailored to your needs. Fit Bodies, Fit Minds, we inspire you to move.
Everything's a gate these days. You got Ukraine Gate with the Trump thing, and you got Champagne Gate with the Bachelor, and now we have Donut Gate. So I just saw Prime Minister Trudeau on a news item there. So here's the scoop. He's in Winnipeg, Manitoba. It's a cabinet retreat. Here's a picture of Justin Trudeau going into a place called O'Donuts to pick up a bunch of donuts for the cabinet for them to enjoy. Paid for, I'm pretty sure, by himself. So anyway,
thoughtful, no?
Yeah. So this guy can't catch a break. No. Everybody's mad at him. They're saying, "What are you doing buying donuts from O'Donuts when it's more expensive? You should have gone to Tim Hortons." Okay. So here's the deal, folks. Somebody on Twitter said it's $47 a dozen for those donuts. So the people from O'Donuts tweeted back. They said, "No, it's not $47 for a dozen donuts. That's if they're specialty donuts." Prime Minister Trudeau did not order specialty donuts. Plus, he got a discount because he pre-ordered the donuts. Plus, Tim Hortons is not a Canadian company. It is not Canadian owned. Many franchisees have taken away breaks and benefits from their staff. They pay minimum wage. A local Tim Hortons in Winnipeg has locked staff out over a 10-cent increase that they're requesting. Tim's uses frozen products that are shipped from a plant in Ontario to Winnipeg, Manitoba. They do not use local or organic ingredients. They do not have compostable cups, and they never pay more than minimum wage, as I mentioned. This company does all of those things. They're locally owned. All their produce is bought locally in Winnipeg, and they said, so we would like to thank the Prime Minister for giving us a great order on a very cold and slow Monday.
Mr. Trudeau, good for you for supporting local business in
Honest
Winnipeg.
to God, you know what? I'm sick of it. Oh, what? He grew a beard. He wears stupid socks. He bought donuts. Go away.
Oh my God, it's just like, stop it already.
I'm going to hit you with my Bachelor Rose and prick you with the fork.
Yeah, and tell you to get the, no.
Yeah, anyway.
Who's coming up next?
Oh, okay, so it's Michelle Cicchini from the Station Mall and Lou Dara. Now, Lou's got this new initiative going called Healthy Sue.
I saw it online.
Well, he's very interesting to talk to Lou when he talks about his approach to wellness. So it's very informative, plus the expo's going on in the mall and there's big sales going on. So we're going to talk to them about that right after this on Mornings with her and me. We'll be right back.
This is On TV.
Hi, can I take your order? Hello?
Oh, hey. Wait, what was the question?
Let me guess. One driving high combo, extra baked?
No. Could I get a burger with a side of fries?
Think you're a better driver when you're high? Think again. If you smoked weed, wait at least 4 hours before getting behind the wheel, or don't drive at all if you're new to it, have eaten it, or if you've mixed it with alcohol.
In your home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room, create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
Imagine knowing about incidents, closures, and road work all before starting your trip. Ontario 511 lets you know before you go. You can get real-time information directly from the Ministry of Transportation. Because the more you know, the easier it is for you to go. And spend the time doing the things that matter most.
The We Are the Sioux Health and Wellness Expo, presented by the Sioux Chamber of Commerce and the Station Mall, returns Saturday, January 25th. Stop by the Station Mall from 9:30 to 5:30 and visit the various health and wellness exhibits. You'll find inspiration on how to live a healthier life. The We Are the Sioux Health and Wellness Expo, brought to you by the Sault Ste. Marie Chamber of Commerce and the Station Mall. Mark the date, Saturday, January 25th at the Station Mall from 9:30 to 5:30.
The date indeed. Mark the date. I like that little thingy thing that you did there for the mall.
I didn't do it. I just
Shush! Say you did.
Okay, we did it.
That's Michelle Cicchini, the marketing manager from the Station Mall.
Hi, everyone.
And this is this is Lou Darer. I said
Yes.
right? Darer?
Yes, you
Okay.
did.
So Lou, you've been on the show before.
Yep.
We know that you're very much about living healthy.
Yep.
Let's talk a little bit about why people need to start thinking about changing their lifestyles and changing how they approach wellness.
Well, should I talk about Healthy Sioux?
Well, absolutely. This is why you came up with Healthy Sioux, right?
That's right. Yeah. So I created Healthy Sioux in order to I basically want to create a movement within the community that's going to empower people to live a healthier lifestyle.
Okay.
And so I've started off by creating a very simple single-page website where people can go on and actually take a pledge. So they take a pledge to set an intention for themselves to live a healthier lifestyle in the coming year.
What's the website?
So it's healthysioux.ca.
Healthysioux.ca.
Yep.
Sioux, S-A-U-L-T.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yes, that's a good point. Not S-O-O.
Right, yeah. Or S-U-E.
Yeah.
Although, Sue, you should be healthy too.
Yes.
So
all you Sioux out there.
All you Sioux out there, including our city.
Yep.
Okay, so it's basically you're trying to encourage people and raise awareness.
Yep.
Let's talk a little about you. I love the take you have on, was it the CBC you said talking about health? How did you say it? Healthcare and medical care. No, what is that?
Well, one is that I suggested earlier that we don't have a healthcare crisis, we have a self-care crisis, and
right.
So really, what I'm trying to do is get people to take personal responsibility for their own health and to, really just start being more mindful and conscious of what they're doing, and about the food industry, and just take actionable steps towards living a healthier lifestyle. You want me to talk about that contradiction too?
Yes.
Because this is a bit of a mouthful, but
I like this.
And I suppose for some audiences it might be even a little controversial, but I was listening to this philosopher recently talking about contradictions in society, and he said the single greatest contradiction we have is that we call medicine health care, and medicine is not health care, it's sick care. And when you give sick care to a society and call it health care, you end up with a sick society.
Yes.
So it is it's a bit of a mouthful, but
no, that's the one that I like because that makes total sense to me.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
So
it's the way you think about things.
Right.
It's the way you approach it, right?
That's right.
So and it's that upstream thing too, right, Lou? You want people to take care of themselves so they don't end up in a hospital corridor
And
or
you mentioned
in a waiting room somewhere.
Yeah, and so you mentioned the CBC radio on the way up here.
Yes.
Talking about most of the hospitals right now in the province are either at capacity or over capacity, right? It's called hallway healthcare.
Hallway medicine, yeah.
So my main point in all of this is that you can have a healthier future if you choose to live a healthy lifestyle, but you can't have one without the other, right? So we need to wake up. It's not rocket science. It's just getting back to basics, eating real food, movement, all of these sorts of things, being mindful, breathing properly.
My watch tells me to breathe, Lou.
Good.
It's telling me to move again.
Yes, that's right, and eat. Do whatever.
So I'm doing this all for I won't get into all the details of the Healthy Sioux thing, but I'm basically, giving probably hundreds of hours of my time this year. I'm doing free group coaching online. I'm organizing right now. I have morning walks that I'll be starting, and this is all in the next few weeks. Morning walks. I've got a yoga studio where I'm going to be doing it's called Mindful Mornings, where mostly women are going to want to come in and do an educational component, learn some breathing exercises, do some guided meditation, listen to a beautiful piece of music, start their day off, get centered and try to bring control back in their lives and that kind of thing. I'm organizing a dinner right now, organizing a free concert.
He's busy.
trying to get people out to the gym. I'm doing all these sorts of things. And so really, like I said, I'm trying to mobilize the community, hikes, walks, nutrition, mental, emotional health, all that stuff, all trying to bring it in together.
And you're gonna be at the mall?
He's one of the vendors at the
Health and Wellness Expo?
Yes, he is. And he'll be at Center Court, so if you really, really want to sign up for healthysue.ca, he will be there to do and get your pledge right there online.
Yeah, because you're going to have your laptop and everything set up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
if people have questions, they can ask you right then and there. It's a wonderful opportunity. Same thing for all the other health and wellness vendors who are going to be in the mall that day.
Oh, it's going to be great.
They're going to be accessible if people have questions.
Yes,
right?
they're the experts. So come and visit them, ask them anything.
This is sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce, right?
It is sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce. They're the one that's running it.
The Chamber?
Oh yes, the Chamber will be there. They'll have their own table as well.
Right.
I will be there because we usually do draws and things throughout the day, and we're also doing our instead of sidewalk sales, it's wall to wall sales.
Wall to wall mall. Wall to wall mall sales.
Yes, because you know what? Sidewalk sales are a little bit of the passé kind of thing. So now it's wall to wall because we're within great big one set of walls. And then now, you have wall to wall in their stores. It's everywhere. The whole mall is doing.
I would imagine that if you have Station Mall merchants whose business is in the health and wellness field, they're going to have some things to say too.
Yes, they are. Go in and visit those stores. Sure. Yes.
But in addition to those regular mall merchants, you're also going to have vendors that the Chamber has reached out to.
That's right.
And they'll be all through the mall. So as you wander through the mall, you can find those vendors, get information, ask the questions like of Lou, and then also stop in with the Station Mall merchants and check out the sales.
That's right. That's all you have to do.
Well, what are the mall hours? When are you going to be there? What hours can we expect
Saturday.
the expo to go on?
So the Saturday is always, it's regular mall hours. So we'll be open at 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m.
Okay, and so Lou, you're going to be there the whole day?
All day.
Excellent. Most of the vendors will be there the whole day too?
They are there and encouraged to stay for the whole day.
Right. You have a Facebook page, right, Michelle, that if people like it?
Yes,
This is a way that you can enter a draw
This is one of the draws that we have is that it's a Facebook.
This is pretty simple to do.
Like it. I'm not asking you to share it because that's against Facebook rules. You're not allowed to ask people to share information.
Okay.
You can only ask them to like it.
Like the page.
Like the page. People automatically share it though because if you're getting entered for a draw to win one of two $25 gift cards, it's like, woo, free money. You know? Spend it.
I loved that. You got to do that thing again with the scanner.
Oh,
that was so much fun.
Do you know, I'll tell you something. I shared it with our board of directors, the Station Mall Merchants Association, and we had, thank you very much, Sault Ste. Marie, we had over 107,000 scans in 1 month.
I didn't
31 days.
I didn't win anything, but it sure was fun to get the excitement of scanning. I like that.
We had, and people, people love it. It's like roll up the rim to win.
Yeah, exactly.
To win a coffee or to donut, they get very excited. Well, we had a lot of $10 winners.
Yeah.
We had a $500 winner. We had winners coming out of our wazoo.
Great stuff down there.
Thank
so
you.
I was going to ask you about so you like the page, and then your name will be entered in a draw
automatically. And it's random draw. So I go out there to my security or to the customer service, and I say, if I know that we've had 300 likes, pick a number between here and here, and they pick it, and then I go and find that person. That's right. I don't pick it. It's random.
Right. And
totally random.
And they win the gift card.
They win the gift card. And then we actually do one if you visit the Chamber table and receive some information about the Chamber and what it's doing. You can enter into a draw as well there.
Oh.
It's from the Station Mall, of course.
Oh, and Lou, you're going to be giving some stuff away too.
That's right.
You got a very clever idea. Tell us.
I'm giving away a higher quality of life.
That's right.
That's as simple as that. I'm even going to have a sign that says, free
gift.
Free gift.
Right. And the gift is?
Take the pledge, and I will work hard to...
You need to take the pledge.
Yes, you have to take the pledge.
You can do it today.
Lou, when we get offline, I have to go. When we get off air,
I've taken the pledge.
If you go to healthysue.ca, you should. I have about 240 people altogether who have taken the pledge, and it's growing by the day. And a lot of the people have elected to actually put their name to it. And so I have a couple of doctors on there now. I've got a lot of notable people in the community who have gone on record, put their name on the pledge, as a pledge taker. And so, and then I've got supporting businesses. Businesses are offering me free in-kind services, like thousands of dollars worth of free in-kind services, because they're so excited about this movement and then they want to show their support. So it's pretty amazing.
It is. And you know what? just so you know, I'm going to give you a little plug. Lou also has an amazing business, and he's like, I don't want to really talk about that today. I want to talk about the healthy soup. I had to look at my button.
Soup. Read it.
So you're very generous, and he didn't want to take up this time to plug his own. But if you're interested, it's Lou the Nudge. So check it out because it really is. Well,
I'm doing the program again.
You're doing the program again,
and so now I'm going into that. I shared that with you that I'm now translender.
Yeah, she's
identify as translender.
She's transitioning to slenderness. I think that's
yeah. So Michelle
and Rory.
Yeah, and Rory are joining my 6th class, and I have 35 people in my class starting on Monday.
Amazing.
Yeah, so it's pretty.
We're excited.
And the cool thing is, when Lou does these classes, you don't actually have to go and see Lou. It's all done through Zoom. You're at home on your computer, and you get very personalized care.
And you see all the videos and stuff. I'm excited to start it again. We really
Lou's
are.
had huge success with people. He's taken people who are taking 11 pills a day to nothing. Diabetes has been now it's not even in their lives anymore.
No. My blood pressure pills went down in level, and I've also, my cholesterol dropped by almost 3
And there was
points.
a weight loss of over 20 pounds from the initial time,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Anyway, Lou, it's always a pleasure to see you. Thanks for being here, and thanks for caring about Sault Ste. Marie and all of our health and wellness. Michelle, Health and Wellness Expo this Saturday, January the 25th, 9:30 to 5:30 in the Station Mall.
Yes, come.
We'll see you there. Okay, and pledge.
Healthy Soup.
HealthySoup.ca. We'll be right back to say goodbye with Luann right after this.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Home, lighting is just as important as style.
With PowerView Motorization from Hunter Douglas, you can schedule your shades to light up the room, create privacy, or both, automatically. No hands required.
So your shades will always be in the right place at the right time in style. And it's only from Hunter Douglas.
Angelo, it's me, Vito. Imbecile, your brother. Listen, you bring 10 gallons of flat eggshell white paint.
This past year, we've been celebrating our 65th anniversary, dating back to services originating in our community in 1954, which is quite some time ago. It's been a great opportunity this past year to recognize the pioneers, the stakeholders that worked tirelessly to create what we are today. I'm grateful for everything that the families 65 years ago and the people that assembled the organization have done in order for us to achieve the success that we're experiencing 65 years later.
This is ONNtv.
So much awesome information for this Wellness Wednesday. Thank you so much. You do an amazing job for us.
It's not me, it's our fabulous guests. It's the people of Sault Ste. Marie. If you're interested in being on the show to promote anything or want to talk about something, just contact me. Email timothy@superiormedia.ca. I'd love to have you on the show.
And we would love to see you as well. Thank you so much for KC Security sponsoring the show. And please stay tuned. It's Bum Slide Thursday tomorrow.
We'll see you then, and get ready for Bon Sue's Bum Slides too. That's coming up real soon, January 31st. See you tomorrow.